Hey guys, this is Jeremy with RRide. As a lover of exotic cars, I got to thinking, where are some of the best places to drive in the United States? So we're gonna head to one of my favorite places to drive these awesome vehicles, Las Vegas, Nevada. So here in Las Vegas, just went to Royalty Exotics, met with them, great group, amazing staff, amazing service. Super easy to check in and check out. We picked up this red Lamborghini coupe. It's about 610 horsepower. This thing's just amazing. Also picked up a Ferrari 458, which Sophie and Victoria are in. We're gonna go out and have some fun and see what type of trouble we get into. So a lot of times when you go to Vegas, you come here for the strip, for gambling, for all types of different reasons, but you never really think about the outskirts of Vegas and how beautiful it is. There's the National Wildlife Conservatory out here, out at Red Rock, and it is just absolutely amazing. As you head out to Red Rock, you take this long straight road that kind of turns into some nice twists and turns, but you go right into the middle of the canyon and it is just absolutely gorgeous. There's also a museum out there that you can stop at. There's just so many hidden treasures out here on the outskirts. So if you ever come to Vegas, get a chance to drive a beautiful car out to some beautiful scenery. Red Rock is an amazing place that you want to go, but just amazing, amazing scenery that you have out here outside of Las Vegas. After driving both of them, switching back and forth, both of them have an amazing displacement, tons and tons of power. One of the things that we did find is the Lamborghini has a little bit more of a stiffer suspension, and so it makes it a lot more bumpy and not as enjoyable as an everyday driver, because you drive them faster, the chassis comes together a lot tighter. That's not to say you can't use it as a daily driver, because it is a ton of fun. But if you were, my choice personally would be the 458. It's a softer ride. It handles the corners and the bumps a lot better. The Lamborghini, it doesn't have as much leg room, so if you're 6 foot or a little bit taller, you're very, very uncomfortable. The Ferrari though gives you a little bit more leg room and becomes a little bit more of a daily driver. Back in 2009, Ferrari introduced the 458 Untitled, which came in at 562 horsepower and 398 pounds-of-foot torque. It boasted that power all in a 4.5 liter V8 engine that does 0 to 60 in about 3.4 seconds. While we're a little bit past that in this point, this is a naturally aspirated V8 engine, which is pretty impressive at the point back in 2009. This was the first time ever that Ferrari used a direct fuel injected system, and only came in one option for the gearbox, which was a dual clutch 7-speed transmission with a top speed of 210 miles per hour. Thanks to its braking system, the Ferrari 458 can go from 60 miles per hour to 0 in only 107 feet. So the other car we got to drive this weekend, the Lamborghini Huracan LP610. This was the predecessor to the Lamborghini Gallardo. Back in 2014, they launched this as the rear mid-engine 5.2 liter V10 with the 0 to 60 in about 2.7 seconds, which was about 5 seconds quicker than our Ferrari One of the amazing things about this car, it being the LP4, is that means it is a all-wheel drive vehicle, planting the power to all four wheels during the acceleration point. Once again, like most of the other supercars, they did come with the ceramic disc braking system. Most of these cars they built in the 7-speed dual clutch system, so it is almost bulletproof. This new clutch system they put in here has been amazing. It gave us automatic system for the novice drivers who just want to jump in and go and not have to worry. And then also brought it up to anybody who wants to jump onto the track and just the paddle shifting. We are here in the beautiful sunny city of Las Vegas, Nevada. And we are lucky and fortunate to have a couple moments of Rob's time here at Royalty Exotics.
So I'd taken some time off school, moved out here, and essentially I handle all our merchandising, our retail locations, stuff like that, and just kind of integrate that as well as being a booking agent, answering phones and you know, making bookings on these awesome cars.
Amazing job you guys do. What kind of attracted you to working here at Royalty and maybe in the exotic industry?
So actually, I'm from a small town in Arkansas. You know, I didn't expect to end up in Vegas. And one of my friends actually who followed now our Royalty's YouTube channel sent me an ad that they were hiring. I had gotten into cars a few years prior, like right when I graduated high school. I didn't grow up being into cars, but it kind of took over and I fell in love with them. And so when I saw the opening, I flew out, interviewed, and that's how it happened.
So what's the work environment here like? I mean, I know you guys are always making videos, you guys are posting, doing fun stuff, so there's got to be some excitement to some of this. I guess weird people walking in and asking you to do interviews. I mean, what's it like working here?
Yeah, so it's really great. I mean, it's a small company. When people ask that, what it's like, I kind of tell them it's almost like a startup. We're a very small, tight-knit group of people. There are about 8 of us that work in the entire company, keep everything running. And when that happens, when you spend 80 hours a week together with people like we do, you know, you get really close, and that translates well into the customer service, right? When everybody's happy to be at work, it makes it a lot better, and it makes the customer feel like they're entering, you know, this atmosphere where everybody's happy, everybody's engaging, everybody's, you know, all on the same page. So
big family.
Exactly.
Where would you see the exotic car rental company going in the next 5 years here in Las Vegas?
A couple things. One is that the market has become a lot more saturated. Everybody sees the exotic rental car business as a great business to make money, and you get to have all these cool cars and stuff like that. And so that's come with its growing pains as far as the industry is concerned, because prices fluctuate when there's so much more supply and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. And also just the way the cars are developing at a rate where their performance is increasing this much, but price is increasing this much. Renting exotic cars, it'll be interesting to see how viable it is in 5 years. Not to say that we won't still be doing it, but the industry's going to have to change to adjust that.
We've been here to Vegas a couple times, so we kind of knew where to go. But let's say, you know, Joe walks in the door.
Definitely.
He's like, hey, I want to rent one of these amazing cars from you guys. He's like, where do I go in Vegas? Now, we know the strip, right?
Of course.
You're going to go 2 miles an hour up and down the strip, and sometimes that's what people want.
Some people are after that, definitely.
That's what they want. But for the enthusiast that wants the experience of being in a supercar, where are some of the great places in Vegas to go?
Definitely. So what we typically recommend, obviously we do 4-hour and 24-hour rentals, so that kind of dictates where you would go. But our general recommendations are going to be Red Rock Canyon, Mount Charleston, Hoover Dam, 7 Magic Mountains, essentially to really engage with this landscape that Vegas has that people don't see past the strip, right? So we have Mount Charleston, which has a peak higher than most Colorado ski mountains, right? So you get your mountain roads there. It's also a lot cooler for the convertibles. The cars run better. And then you have Red Rock Canyon, which is your typical desert, you know, and it's gorgeous. They have a 13-mile scenic loop there. Hoover Dam, of course, is a destination for people all over the world. So a lot of people don't realize that that's less than an hour away when you come to Vegas. So that's definitely the places to check out.
Well, that's awesome. Hey, thank you for spending some time with us.
My pleasure.
Hey, you guys come down to Las Vegas, you want to get into one of these beautiful cars, come down to Royalty Exotics. There's no other place like it here. They've got competition, but it's not competition. Come and see these guys. They'll take good care of you. So that was the trip. The cars were well maintained, great selection, customer service was top notch, and Vegas is always a great time. For the car enthusiast that wants to get off the strip, open up the car, and really get on it, Vegas has some of the most amazing places and roads to drive. And that's just the first stop on our list. Vegas set the bar high. If you guys liked the video, smash that like and subscribe button. We got tons of places coming.